Hello students of Honours third year. Today I will take a class on Victorian poetry, that is in your syllabus, and subject code is 231141 anyway. So in our class, in our scheduled class, we have completed My Last Duchess by Browning. Today we are going to read, but today we are going to start The Last Ride Together, another poem of Robert Browning. Students, you know, The Last Ride Together is a dramatic monologue, and in a dramatic monologue, a single speaker speaks about his own life or some incidents of his life, and there must be a listener. And students, you know, Robert Browning is famous for his dramatic monologues, and The Last Ride Together is one of his famous poems. Here the speaker is a rejected lover and the listener is his beloved. The setting of the poem is a romantic one where anticipation meets fulfillment. It seems that the poem is set sometimes around evening. The speaker is caught at a crucial moment in his life where his fate is already decided in love. He has been rejected by his beloved, yet he hopes against hope to get one last ride with his beloved. He is waiting in patience for her reply. He is granted that, and the mood of the poem changes from anticipation to jubilance. As the poem progresses, we find his views about life and love. And now I am going to read the first stanza of the poem. I said, then, dearest, since now at length my fate I know, since nothing all my love avails, since all my life seemed meant for fails, since this was written and needs must be, my whole heart rises up to bless your name in pride and thankfulness. Take back the hope you gave. I claim only a memory of the same. And this beside, if you will not blame, and live for one more last ride with me. The first stanza presents a self-consolation. It is based on the underlying theory of blame it all on fate. The speaker thinks that failure is inevitable as he himself has failed. He is attempting to reduce his pain by trying to curtail his desires. We see the words that convey the feeling of polite resignation and acceptance of defeat. As the lover is sincere in his love, he does not have any ill will for his lady love. On the contrary, he tells his beloved that the uncertainty is no longer present, as he knows that he would not get her, he would get her love. The second stanza. My mistress bent that brow of hers. Those deep dark eyes where pride demurs, when pity would be softening through, fixed me a breathing while or two. With life or death in the balance, right? The blood replenished me again. My last thought was at least not vain. I and my mistress, side by side, shall be together, breathe and ride. So one day more am I defied. Who knows but the world may end tonight? The second stanza of the poem deals with the anticipation of a response by the speaker from the mistress. It is this dilemma and waits for the answer that contributes to the dramatic effect. The lover says that his beloved's love was the most meaningful thing in his life, and after he has lost her love, his life has lost all its meaning and significance. The metaphor with life or death in the balance, the speaker compares yes with life and no with death. There, who knows but the world may end tonight, is a remarkable one. The third stanza. Hush, if you saw some western cloud, all billowy bosomed overbowed by many benedictions, suns and moons and evening stars at once, and so You, looking and loving best. Conscious grew, your patient drew. Cloud, sunset, moonrise, stars shine too. Down on you, near and yet more near. Till flesh must fade, for heaven was here. Thus leaned she and lingered joy and fear. Thus lay she a moment on my breast. The third stanza deals with the beautiful feeling that follows after being once with one's beloved. The feeling of being on the top of the world after achieving one's goal. This stanza deals with the physical part of love. The lover is grateful to their sir for the beautiful and blissful moments they had together. Fourth stanza. Then we began to ride, my soul smoothed itself out, a long cramped scroll, freshening and fluttering in the wind. Past hopes already lay behind. What need to strive with a life I read? Had I said that, had I done this, so might I gain, so might I miss. Might she have loved me? Just as well she might have hated. Who can tell? Where had I been now if the worst befall? And here we are riding, she and I. The fourth stanza provides us with a touch of Browning's philosophy, that is dealing with the present and stop being bothered about the past. The lover feels his soul smooth itself out, that the feeling that were cramped inside him finally give way to thought. He feels fresh, like as he goes through the wind, like a long cramped scroll fluttering in the wind. Fifth stanza. Fail I alone in words and deeds. Why, all men strive, and who succeeds? We rode, it seemed my spirit flew, saw other regions, cities new. As the world rushed by on either side, I thought all labor, yet no less. Bear up beneath their unsuccess. Look at the end of war. Contrast the pity done, the undone vast. This present of theirs with the hopeful past. I hoped she would love me, here we ride. In this stanza, the theory of failure is introduced. In order to hide his agony, he refers to the fate of humanity. He argues that in spite of trying hard for success, man at the end achieves little. There always remains a wide gap between ambition and achievement. On the other hand, in his attempt to win his beloved's love, the lover has at least secured a last right together, which according to him is a great achievement. That's for all students, because this is a very long poem. In our next class, we will finish the rest of the poem. Today, I like to show you a suggestion on Victorian poetry, because I think it will help you to take preparation for your final exam, and also for test exam, and also for your in-course exam. And there is a short questions. There are short questions and students, there are a few explanations. And now the part C, broad questions. You have to answer 5 broad questions out of 8. And in the suggestion, I suggest you to take preparation on 10 broad questions. So students, that's for today's class. We will meet in our next class. Hope for the best. Thank you to all of you.